Hello, my beautiful friends. It's rare that I do two in one day, but I'm feeling called to do a reading right now in preparation for Lionsgate, which is tomorrow. If you're not familiar with Lionsgate, there's a ton of videos out there, but basically, the long and short of it is that Lionsgate is sort of the opposite of Samhain. Samhain is like the thinnest veil between the living and the dead, and they say that Lionsgate 8-8 is the thinnest veil between the living and the angelic realm. So they say that August 8th is a great day of manifestation, a great day to really put out into the universe things that you want to come back to you. So I thought, well, I want to do a reading to see how to prepare for Lionsgate. I had the craziest of dreams, and I do interpret dreams for other people, but I always have a hard time sort of interpreting them for myself. And there are lots of parts of this dream with lots of people from my past that have passed away. And the part that I woke up to, or the part that I remember, is that I had jumped a fence onto a sandy beach in New Jersey on the Atlantic Ocean. And it was significant that this was the end of like I had done a cross-country trip or something. I don't know if I did it on foot or if I was in a car. I don't know. I can't remember. But I was on this beach, and then, like, in the distance, there was, like, a cave, and, like, kids were coming out of it and, like, climbing up because they were looking back, and they saw that there was the tide was coming in. And I realized, like, while I was standing on this beach, and the beach had tons of footprints in it, so it's, like, it was definitely a beach that people, like, walked on. But as I was looking on this, at the water, I realized that there was no way that I could get out before the tide came in. And I didn't feel any certain way about that. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel upset. I was just like, stuck here. Like, I don't have any options. Like, I'm not going to make it in time to climb up that thing. I'm not going to be able to go that way. I guess I'm just going to stand here. And then I woke up. So, if you're a dream interpreter, what the hell does that mean? But what I think it might mean is that I've been stuck in some weird energy. I have a lot of really great hobbies, but I feel like I've always been a person with like always looking at the horizon with a goal in mind, like with like some kind of thing that I want to do or achieve, or definitely achievement based. And the little gamer in me is like, I have to unlock that achievement. I have to get the gold stars and do that thing. So I don't know. I don't really have anything right now that I'm working on, like a passion project. I don't have like something with an end goal or end game. And that's not a comfortable space for a person like me who is very goal oriented. So maybe I just feel like I've reached this, and I had the what's next feeling in this dream. And it wasn't fear or anything like that, but it was just kind of like I had gone to take my nap with that energy. We had a really cool thunderstorm, and I went out and watched that for a little bit, and I was just like, like I had focused on Scotland for so long and going to Scotland and did that, and I just need something to be passionate about, I guess. Usually, like, there's a person or a thing going on that I'm passionate about, and so I don't know. So what do you think before I pull some stones? So, we had this opportunity with Lionsgate to ask for anything we want. And I'm like, shit, I have nothing to ask for. So I thought I would consult Spirit. So let's do that, shall we? Let's consult Spirit. Green man. He's so cool, this green man. I don't know if you really can't see the etching in there. And it's, he's there. We have our Iona stones. Look in the bag, I can see Athala and Kinaz. Just ask Spirit, what should we consider during Lionsgate? We'll do a 3-9 trading. It's our present energy. Past energy. Potential outcome. Alright, let me go think about these for a hot second, and I will be back. So, interesting. So, we're asking about Lionsgate, which is tomorrow, so that's the present energy for tomorrow, right? And Iwaz means horse, that's what it translates to. And it means, like, you know, something new and exciting, and something, like, awesome is going to present itself, new opportunities, new excitement. And I come to it from energy of Nothis, which is not this or need is what it translates to. And sort of this stagnant energy that I've kind of been in. So, I mean, it's interesting. I was thinking about this when I was up in New York. You know, as much as I like volunteering where I do, I think that maybe that cycle is done. I don't get out of it as much as I used to. And it's okay to let these things go, right? It's okay to let them go. I don't feel an obligation to have to do something that I don't feel resonates with me anymore. But you know, when we talk about letting go of those things which no longer serve us, usually, you know, we think about that in terms of the bad things, like, you know, assholes in our life that we need to get rid of, right? We think about them. We don't often think about good things that are really good that just maybe just don't resonate anymore. And I think it doesn't resonate with me anymore. I had to take a year off from it because I had fractured my heel last year and I couldn't go anywhere because I was in a boot for forever. And like, all the people that I knew aren't there anymore. Like, I had made friends with the staff and none of them are there. And you know, the camp is really for affluent folks that live in New York City, which is cool. But my mission of getting unlikely hikers out into the wild, like, it's not really met in that capacity, in that space. So I feel like that energy and time, it's a long drive for me. It certainly is beautiful, but I can do more locally, you know. So I feel like the dream is really just about, like, I've gotten to where I want to be. Like, I'm here. Like, now what? Like, maybe I just need to look back through the things that I do and do some filtering. But then I think to myself, well, what am I making space for? Because I don't really have anything on the horizon, and I've always had something on the horizon. But, you know, Spirit's saying something big is coming. So the Lionsgate is going to open up this portal, and there's going to be something amazing. You may not see it today, but you might see it tomorrow. And Othala is all about ancient and ancestral wisdom. And Othala is a really positive stone about inheritance and really being connected to Spirit, being connected. And so perhaps whatever is new and opens tomorrow. You know, as you know, as my faithful followers, I don't really worry about how many people follow this channel. I do what I do because I enjoy it, and I enjoy the people that I've met through the channel. And I watch other channels that have a zillion subscribers, and it doesn't bother me at all that I don't have a zillion subscribers, because I guess I'm not in it for that. I guess it's also not my living, right? So if I had to make money doing this, then I probably would, you know, use one of my labs. I would use all of our fancy equipment that we have, that I personally have, and then, you know, other equipment that I have access to. But that's never been sort of the focus of this. This has always just been me trying to share spirituality with other people who are sort of outliers to everything. Like, you know, people who are, you know, interested in paganism but aren't pagan, or interested in witchcraft but aren't witches, interested in druidry but not druids. Like, people who are just truly outer faiths to the outer faiths, right? So just a place where we all can come together and just have a space. And also, I started it as a way for me to be comfortable talking about it, because I've been closeted for so long, talking about my beliefs, and I thought it would be very helpful if I shared them out there, because there's got to be other people who really just don't subscribe to anything. Like, I feel like the modern Druid movement is just like church, with different cast of characters, different rituals, but, like they have robes and they have the snootiness and the accessibility that churches have, and it's like, if I wanted to go to church, I'd just go to church. And I feel the same is often true about, other spaces that I've seen, but I want to be fair and say I've never been to a coven, I've never been to a grove, I've never been to these places, because I'm not that social in that regard, so I really can't judge on any level. I just know that I don't like things like that, and I suspect that I wouldn't like him. I have been to druidic things, not in a sacred oak grove, but in grove-like scenarios, and I didn't like that stuff either. Felt like church. I was going to go to church, I'm going to go to church. Let's read cards, shall we? Where are my cards? They were just here, like right in front of my face. I have not been able to talk today. That's how you know Lionsgate's opening, because I'm not able to communicate. Let's ask Spirit to share with us through cards if there's anything else that we need to know for Lionsgate. Never heard of Lionsgate before. Last year was the first year I had heard of it. I did a video like, what the hell is it? I'll link that. If I can find it, I'll link that below too, because I was like, what is it? A lot of this stuff sounds like hocus pocus to me, quite frankly. Look at all the things, and you're like, what is all this stuff? Alright, Spirit, anything for the greatest good? 3 passes. Pass 1. Pass 2. And pass 3. Okay, what do we have? We have the She, Ancient Knowledge, Help, and Dimensional, which is interesting, because that's kind of like a portal, right? Like the Lionsgate portal. And sometimes I have to say, like, I look at some of these things, and I'm like, is this thing, like, for real? Are these things for real? Or are they just horse crap? Just a bunch of nonsense to get people to, pay money to buy videos and whatever. But then I do believe there's truth to it, because I do believe that, I do believe in astronomy and how the stars work and align together. So I think that there's power in the stars. So the ancient knowledge, dimensional, maybe something will be revealed to me tomorrow. I definitely need to get out in nature, and I'll give some tips on some Lionsgate things that you can do. The other card that came out is Dream, Manifestation, Plan, and Be. So like tomorrow really will be, and again there's the portal back there, having to think about, not having to, but wanting to think about what's next. What do you all have ready for manifesting for tomorrow? Anything? See what Earth Wisdom has to say. I was always good as an individual competition swimmer. Hated swimming in swim meets. The stroke that I like to swim the least is backstroke. That's the one they always made me swim because I was fast, because I hated it so much. Hated being on a swim team. Because they always made me swim backstroke. Breaststroke is my favorite. And back when I was young, I used to like to do fly also. But I became a diver, and I love that because it was just me and the board. Me, the board, and the water, and I could plan the dive, and if I messed up the dive, I was just messing it up for myself. You mess it up for your team too, because points go towards your team, but you are responsible wholly for the mistakes. And I feel the same with bagpiping. I feel the same with my academics. Like, I never really liked to publish articles with other people. I mean, I have, and I still do, but I always felt like, if I was going to go down alone, I don't want to take anybody with me. Alright, 3 passes from Spirit. 1. Pass 2. Pass 3. Okay, nothing. Responsibilities on the bottom of the deck. So I think I really have to think about what comes next. What's next for Squeak? People call me, by the way, it's my nickname. What is next? I usually have some kind of passion, and I believe in the power of crushes. I don't know if anybody else is like that. It could be on a famous person, it could be on a non-famous person. Just the power of crush. Not that you'd ever do anything about it, but just because that kind of like, rustles up your hormones and stuff. I don't have an active crush, so there's no energy going out that way. There's no energy going out for a passion project. I'm not planning a trip to Scotland. I just think like tomorrow I'm gonna have to take some serious time out, go in nature, and see what the portal says to me. See what spirit has in store for me, and what's next. So, I am wishing you all the very best in light and love. Be well, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for a Lionsgate pull. All right, bye bye.